Welcome to a short video on learning how to get started with WhistleAnalytics. Once you come to the main website, you're going to see general information about the site, how it works, where we're collecting data, the different dashboards, etc. And on most pages, you're going to have a Launch Now. So to get to the good stuff, let's go straight to the Launch Now. Once that comes up, you may be prompted to log in. Right, so here you can enter any email and password and it will store that. Or you can do what I'm going to do and sign in with Google. So the first page you'll see is Getting Started. And please take a moment to read this to understand a little bit about the navigation, the security, and the time picker, etc. But the main thing you're going to want to do is just come up here and see the different dashboards. So this may look slightly different from you, and we intend to add new dashboards over time, but the main ones will still exist. So let's start with the referee report. So as you can see as this loads, first of all, up here in the upper right, we're looking at the last 3 years. So each column there is showing 1 year, right? So he's apparently Chico had 4 men's matches as the referee in 2015, and then 9 women's matches. And you can see these change over time. Right, so this first row is just top total games. Then you have Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. As you scroll down here, we can get into more detailed information. So again, we're seeing the last 3 years. So let's say we wanted to change that to just the last 1 year. And let's say you're in the middle of the season and you want to just look at those last 30 days or 90 days, whatever. Just use these quick ranges. So I'm going to apply that. And you can see right there it's working, and we're done loading data. So here's an assigner or an administrator could come in here quickly, see what this referee has done in the past, their position on these matches, the division, the gender, and any of these are sortable, right? So I can come back up to Division 1, sort on that, men or women. We can see the foul counts, the caution rates, and the ejections, right? So good information to research. Since these are all grouped by year and we're only looking at the last year, we only see 1 point. But these are the average foul rates versus the referees, right? So for Division 1 men, his average foul rate versus others, and for cautions and ejections. And Division 2, Division 3, again, so good information. So let's say we had an official whose name is commonly misspelled, right? So let's say Right. So you can see here, let's do this. So let's make sure you see right there, we still have one selected. So let's get rid of that one. Right, so now we have okay, so let's select this one and this one. So this is, sometimes it's easier to tell that in the box score names have been misspelled or misrepresented, right? So there's another one, right? So I can group all these together and see all 4 variations of a referee. Now, again, if you have a very common name, your name could very well be matching on somebody else who has the same name or a variation of yours. So please read the disclaimer. Right, this is the best attempt at what is in the box score, but this definitely reminds us all that we need to make sure what's in the box score is listed correctly. So we can see total games again, Division 1 versus Division 2 versus Division 3. Again, we're in the last year, and we can see what this referee has done. Right, their position on some of these games and foul rates, etc. So, great information. So let's switch over real quick to a team. Right, so in this view, I've selected 2017 Division 1 Men's Michigan, last year. Right, we have some general information, what conference they're in, their URL, etc. And now we can start seeing match information, right? So if I was researching an upcoming match, I could look at both teams, understand the officials that have worked them in the past, the the foul, caution, misconduct rates. Maybe I want to call one of these officials to talk to them a little bit more. And then I can see some of these averages. I can get good information here on the players that have received cautions and ejections. Let's say I wanted to change that to the last 3 years. Give it a second there to load. Loading a lot of data. Now I have match information for the last 3 years. Again, sortable with those averages, right? We start seeing more of trend lines, and we obviously have more ejections. So please visit the site often. We plan to add lots of additional information by conference, maybe top referees working certain positions or matches. All this information is publicly accessible on the NCAA websites via box scores. So yeah, keep coming back. Player numbers, possibly goals will be added in the future. So feel free to use the emails provided to send us feedback so we can look to improve the site. Thank you very much.